Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Beautiful people. Oh, hey, sis. Thank you for joining. I thought you were going to be like in chill mode by now. So thank you for coming on. So I appreciate you so much. But tonight we are going to be talking about building our vision. Hey, Miss Chrissy Boo. We're going to be talking about building our vision, which is chapter number 7 from the wonderful, I can't get this music together, sorry. From the wonderful book, The Will to Move, From Fear to Faith to Purpose, book that came out in May of this year. And we are going to be talking about building our vision and just taking a chapter from the book. I know I said I was going to do 3 chapters, but what I noticed is that the 3 chapters are rather lengthy. So there's a lot of information there. So I'm only going to do one tonight, which is building your vision. So thank you guys for joining me. And before I got into building your vision, I wanted to talk about not giving up. Because I know that a lot of us right now are really in a state where the enemy has just been fighting us, and he's been coming at us with everything that he can and trying to intimidate us. But this is not the time to give up. So actually, this is the perfect time to talk about building your vision, because we all know that right on the other side of the trouble and the strife is the place where God is going to release his warring angels to stand and guard for us and do what they need to do in order to bring us into what it is that he has for us in this season or in the next season. So I thank God for you guys, and I thank you guys for joining. Welcome, Porgy Monk. And so we'll get into it. What I'll do is read just the intro to chapter 7, and it says, vision is such an important part of your life. If you can't see where you're going, how can you be an effective leader? Effective leaders have a vision which guides the followers that follow them into position. So I wanted to talk about that today. And of course, you guys know that when you have followers, you want to give the energy and, just the strength to them that maybe sometimes that you don't even have. So in saying that, sometimes we're exhausted. Sometimes, life can just be a lot and just have like weight sitting on top of us, sitting on top of our spirit, sitting on top of our chest. But it's not the time to give up. It is the time to persevere and to press in and to pray, maybe even fast, maybe even move into the last thing that God told you to do. I've made it a habit of when God is very, very quiet, and even though I feel like he's telling me to be still right now, a habit that I've gotten into is, well, maybe I should look at what was the last thing that God told me to do, and let me make sure that that's done to completion before I try to move on to the next thing. So this is exactly the perfect place to talk about building your vision, because if there wasn't a vision there in the first place, there would be nowhere for me to go back and look at, because I didn't have a vision laid out for the direction that I wanted my life to go in. So, God often gives us vision which is bigger than what it is that we can see for ourselves. And because the vision is bigger than what we can see for ourselves, it blows our mind. And because it's mind-blowing and it's something that you can't really fathom for your life, it kind of, it can take a hold of you or make you think that maybe you're not good enough. And that's what the enemy uses as tricks. He'll use people surrounding you. He'll use your own mindset. So we have to build up our mindset. We have to not let what everyone else says weigh on our spirit so much, and understand that, what God is telling us is the direction that we should go in. So when God gives you a vision, there really isn't anything that the enemy or people can do to block what God says is going to happen in your life. And although sometimes it may take longer than we may like, you know, it's there for a reason. He's building our character during these time periods. He's moving us into the direction that, you know, he would have us to go into. Thank you, Tanya, for inviting your followers. And you know, he's protecting our truth and our vision so that we can manifest and move into the people that we need to be in the future. So with building your vision, you want to sit down, think about what it is that you've been praying about. Think about the steps that it'll take to get there. Write down an outline for each step that it'll take to get to that next level. You know, join groups. Just join any place that will provide encouragement for you, any place that'll help you manifest, that vision for your life. And like I tell a lot of people, especially the people that I help within their business, is Google really is your best friend. And if you don't know how to do something, I promise you can Google or YouTube it and it will be there. Like, I literally got through like a lot of my master's classes, like for my master's degree, by going on YouTube to figure out how to do statistics or, you know, whatever have you. So the resources are there. Sometimes it takes just applying what it is that, or the tools that we already know about in order to find the answers to what it is that we need to do in order to build our vision out. So, you know, while we're building our vision, we also need to make sure that we remain positive. You want to exude positivity. You want to get clear, have a focus on the steps that you have for your life. You want to, I'm sorry, I can't even understand my own writing, sorry. Set the tone and be around people who get your vision. And the people who get your vision will feed you and push you into the direction that you're supposed to go into. Even on the days that you don't feel like doing it, they'll continue to push you into the direction that you know that you should be in. And you know, with the right people, I call them the A team, the acceleration team. They're going to help you accelerate to your next level. With the right acceleration team, you'll have them there. They'll have your back. You'll have their back. And that is the kingdom of God. You know, in the book, I was talking about how I got on, I think I was on it wasn't a Periscope. It was on a, I think a podcast show. And the podcast show was featuring Ray Lewis. And on the podcast show, the guy asked him, you know, what is it like? How did you start out? What made you think that you could do this? And one of the things that he said was, you know, the vision that I had. He said, even when I was in college and I was sitting on the bench, he said, I knew, and this is his vision, he said, I knew that if they gave me a shot, that they would never take me out of the game again. So that was such a powerful statement to me, because if we think about life and our vision and our goals that way, just think about, if you get your shot today or tomorrow, are you prepared to operate inside of that shot that you got, that one chance that you got, on the level that they're not going to want to take me out of this ever again? So that is something to think about. That is something to ponder on. And not just for you guys, but for me as well. You know, we have to make sure that we're prepared, because a lot of times I think that our dreams are fulfilled and our goals are fulfilled when preparation meets opportunity. And when the two come together, if we're not prepared, then the opportunity can go away just as fast as it came. So, just think about that. Keep that in mind. As we all are women of purpose, just continue to press in, seek God's face for the things that you do. Ask Him for divine instruction. Ask Him for strategy. Lord knows I have. Ask Him what it is that you need to do in order to get to that next level. It could be something that we're leaving out that, it could just be something simple that He wants us to do or needs us to finish up or tidy up in order to get to where it is that we want to go, because the process is very exhausting. The process will take more out of us sometimes than we even know we have inside of us. But I love you guys. I'll be praying for you guys if you guys will keep me in prayer, which I know you probably do. But just keep working, keep guiding, keep asking, keep seeking, keep knocking. God is our vindicator in all things. When you get the vision, when He gives you the vision, write it down, make it plain. I can't say it. Habakkuk 2:2 in the Bible. Yes, Ephesians 4:6. That's right. God will do exceedingly abundantly above anything that we can ask or think. So thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate you ladies so much. I know I look exhausted because I am. Which one? Ephesians 4:6 or Habakkuk 2:2? I need some new screensavers. My phone has been going haywire. But thank you ladies. I love you lots. And you too have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining. And I'll be back next week to finish chapter 8 because chapter 7 was just so lengthy. Oh yes, I have a vision board. I have lots of vision boards. Oh, you'll have to tell me what that app is again, because that was a really good app that you use. But I love you guys. Thank you for coming out, and you guys have a beautiful evening. Bye.